Good morning, Torrington. I'm Eric Stark.
And I'm Crystal Albers. It's Thursday, January 18th.
And you're watching Torrington Today.
Well, in yesterday's paper, you can read all about, no matter what your political beliefs are, there's people out there with different ones. And Marcy Shaver, a resident in town, she's heading to the Women's March. It's a sister march to the Women's March on Washington, and this one's held in Cheyenne. It's kind of for women's rights as well.
That's a shorter trip than Washington,
yes.
D.C.
Yeah, it's a little bit shorter. She can bring her dog without having to fly him on an airplane. Also in Friday's paper, you can read all about Lingle Town Council met last night, and they had a woman there asking questions about the community center, so they kind of tried to clear some things up, and I tried to also clear those things up in the article. So if you've had questions, check that out. They're heading to the SLIB board in Cheyenne today to see if they get the funding, the $365,000 for the community center. So wish them luck, and there will be an article on that in probably Tuesday's Legal Guide and Wednesday's Telegram. Also, there's a story about the the new wagon. Actually, it's the old wagon for Torrington High School, but they are restoring it, and it's almost done. They're planning on hopefully having a special assembly to welcome the wagon back to the front of Torrington High School. It's been gone since about October, so that's what you can look forward to.
As far as sports go, like I say every week, we're right in the heart of the winter sports storm. This past weekend, basically every Goshen County sports team was in action, so you can read about all of that either in yesterday's paper. If you can't find it in the paper, be sure to check online, because we do have recaps of every team in town online. So some highlights: the Blazers won the Blazer Duels, a tournament that they hosted on Saturday. It's the first time that the wrestling team has won the event in, I think it was 14 years.
Wow.
So definitely making some strides this year. Also this past weekend, Lingle Fort Laramie and Southeast played each other in girls and boys basketball. The Cyclones won both of those games, but the Doggers will have a chance later this season to exact their revenge. So you can see how the first installment of the rivalry panned out from this past weekend. As far as tomorrow goes, sticking with the Torrington wrestling theme there, the Blazers beat Douglas in a duel on Tuesday for the first time since 2005.
Wow.
So they're really racking up, I guess, breaking their streaks of winning the Blazer Duels for the first time in 14 years and beating Douglas for the first time since 2005. So definitely some steps in the right direction for the Blazer wrestlers. We'll see how it pans out at the end of the year, but certainly seem to be on the upward swing. So.
Well, in upcoming events, not a lot. Were you done?
Yes.
Okay. Not a lot going on this weekend here. That's not sports. But we do have later this month Sagebrush and Roses coming up next weekend, in fact. And then we have the Valley Christian School Soup Supper at the beginning of February. And events are going to start ramping up. I think everyone just needed a little bit of a breather after the holidays.
Understandable.
So just keep an eye on the Telegram and this video, and we'll keep you informed. So,
as far as sports go, you mentioned that there's quite a bit of sports going on this weekend. If you want to stay in town, the Lancers and Lady Lancers have home games both tomorrow and Saturday, so be sure to check those out if you want to stay in town and catch some college basketball. As far as high school sports go, a lot of it you got to hit the road. Tomorrow, Torrington girls and boys basketball plays Wheatland, and that's on the road. And tonight, Lingle is in Guernsey, so a short road trip to see your Doggers in action tonight. As far as wrestling goes, Torrington Wrestling will be in Lander this weekend. One of the, actually, now that I think about it, the only high school sport that's in town this weekend is the Dogger Invite. Both Lingle and Southeast wrestling teams will be there, as well as teams from across the state. So you can head to Lingle on Saturday. I believe action starts at 8, and you can check out your local wrestlers. So a lot of things happening, but sometimes you just got to hit the road.
Yep. I remember the Dogger Invite when I was a Dogger. It was pretty exciting stuff.
Well, hopefully it's exciting this year. We'll see how things pan out on Saturday. As far as weather goes, we're looking at pretty nice conditions for the next 2 days at least. Today's high is 57, and today's high is 55. Tomorrow is 57. So we're definitely creeping up there. On Saturday, it's not looking as good as today and tomorrow, though. We're looking at 36 for the high and 1 to 3 inches of snow. So I guess we're not out of winter yet.
We're getting to that turbulent pre-spring time where.
Yeah. So enjoy these next couple of days.
Yeah.
I'll say that. So there you have it, Torrington. I'm Eric Starkey.
And I'm Crystal Albers.
And you've been watching Torrington Today.